Hello everybody, welcome to another video of Andrew and Nicole. In this video, we're going to review the Xiaomi Mi Curved 34-inch gaming monitor. If you're interested to look at the unboxing, I put the links up in the description or down and also here in the card links so that you can check it out. And if you want to know how to do this, one side-by-side picture-in-picture monitor, and stay tuned and watch until the rest of the video. And we're back. So in this video, as I mentioned, I will give a review of the Xiaomi Mi Curved gaming monitor. But before I do, let me just give you a rundown of all the technical specifications, at least the basic ones, for your information. First, it's an ultra-wide gaming monitor. It has a 3440 by 1440 resolution. It is a 21:9 aspect ratio, and it has a 3000:1 contrast ratio. It is 144 Hertz refresh rates. It has a 16.7 million colors. It has a curvature of 1500 R. It is also a 85% NTSC color gamut. It has a brightness of 300 nits, and it has 2 HDMI, 2 DisplayPort, 1 audio input, and 1 power input. The dimensions are as follows: around 810 millimeters in length, and the width is about 520 millimeters, and the depth from the bracket to the far end is about 243 millimeters. All right, with the technical specifications out of the way, let me just provide you a demonstration, or at least a pros and cons of this monitor, as I've been using it for the last 2 to 3 weeks. And TLDR, if you don't want to watch the whole video and your lack of time, short answer is, for me, this is a great ultra-wide monitor for the money, for the budget, because I only got it from Lazada from the recent sale at around 18,000 pesos. And if you get card promos, sometimes you can get it even cheaper, around 16 to 17,000 pesos. So compared to other brands like Samsung or LG, this is, in my opinion, the best bang for the buck ultra-wide. So there, you can go and turn off the video and go find yourself a shopping link down in the description if you want to buy this monitor. Okay, so if you're still here, let me just give you a rundown of the pros and cons. Number one, it is an ultra-wide display. Basically, you have more screen real estate to cover your productivity needs. Let me give you an example. In this panel, as you can see, I have 3 windows open. So you have an Excel, you have a browser, even an Explorer. So you can see you can do multitasking more efficiently. Unlike multiple screens, yes, you can do multitasking in multi-display. You have 2 or 3 monitors. But in gaming, of course, you don't want to have a bezel in the middle of your screen, right? You want a full real estate screen available for you. Now, for Excel, let me just give you a short demonstration on how useful it is. This is also good productivity monitor. You can see from A to Z and even beyond. Let me just maximize this one for you. So from A to Z and some more. Okay, so let me just bring it back. Now, this is also useful when you are also editing videos. As I have been editing videos from time to time for my YouTube channel, the DaVinci Resolve timeline, you can see farther and more information on your screen. Take a look at this one. So this is my last video. So I have the timeline here. You can see more, and all the tools, all the effects are on screen, and yet you still have enough space for you to work with. So that is the ultra-wide display, very useful for productivity. Number 2, it has a good viewing angle. Okay, so this is a VA panel, and IPS has wider viewing angle, but for me, it's already good enough, and I think for you, for regular folks like us, this is also a good viewing angle. You can sit anywhere from your chair. Number 3, you have as I mentioned, it's very affordable. So as I mentioned, it's 18,000, even below. So you can actually buy this even for less. And because of it's a gaming monitor, it's also packs 144 Hertz refresh ratio. No, so if you're into FPS gaming, or you need to react, you'll be able to react faster because of the 144 Hertz monitor. Let me just demonstrate with the UFO test quickly so you can see. I don't know if my cameras can capture it, but I'll show it to you. So let's go to the UFO test. So you'll be able to see the moving UFO. So currently my frame rate is 144 Hertz, and this is 144 Hertz. You'll be able to see that the UFO is moving very smoothly, and there are no ghostings. Unlike for 36 frames, it's very ghosty. This video is being shot at 30 frames per second. You may not be able to see it, but as you can see here, the refresh rate is 144 Hertz. Okay, so very useful for your gaming needs. All right. So what else? What else do I like with this monitor? Yeah, and compared to other ultra-wide, I think this is also a affordable one. Okay, as I mentioned already. Now let's go to the cons. Okay, first con is I tried. This monitor supports AMD's FreeSync. My GPU is actually NVIDIA. It's actually should be G-Sync, but this FreeSync monitor is supposed to work with, according to NVIDIA, can work also with FreeSync monitors like this one. However, I wasn't able to get it to work properly. I've experienced some flickering. So if you're sporting an NVIDIA GPU, you might want to just turn off the FreeSync just like I did. Now, I don't know, I won't be able to know yet the effects if I turn the FreeSync on, but ideally the FreeSync should make your refresh rate sync with your GPU output. Okay, so number two is that this monitor has no audio speaker built in. Now, of course, with this price range, I'm not expecting any speaker. All right, so meaning your speakers should output from the computer directly. So you have to plug in your speakers to your computer, and you're not expecting any sounds coming out from this monitor. But it does have a 3.5mm jack. So my workaround is I got the 3.5mm jack from my speaker and plug it in my monitor, and there set in the Windows to output to the Mi monitor as the audio, and lo and behold, it worked. Now, if you're gonna plug in another source like a PlayStation, like what I did, you saw my dual screen, the audio automatically outputs if you plugged in a 3.5mm from the monitor. Now, but if you did not, you will not find any way to output the audio from your PlayStation or Xbox or any Android TV box that has no built-in speakers in it. Number three, the stand, okay, the bracket stand here at the bottom, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, it's a little bit wider, okay, so it will take the desk space because it's a big monitor, so you have to have a bigger space for your table. Let me just lift the keyboard, as you can see. So you have to have a wider desk space for it. Okay, so there. Okay, so and finally the cons for this monitor. Now, since this is a relatively budget panel, it has some light bleedings. Okay, what do I mean? If you turn off all the lights and you have the monitor at least set into pure black, you'll be able to see some light bleedings on the edges. But for me, it's not really bothersome. So I don't mind looking at this because anyway, I always have something on the monitor screen anyway. All right, so let me just give you a demonstration on the games that I play, and you'll be able to see what the effect of why a wide gaming monitor is important. Okay, so let's cut for now, and I'll show you a game. Okay, here we are playing my old favorite game, Diablo 3. So as you can see from my screen, I can see further on the left and on the right. Unlike before, when you are gaming in a 1080p screen, so all you can see in your screen is this one. Okay, and that is without this side-by-side panels. Okay, so you can imagine the real estate that you'll be able to see while you're playing games like this one. You can see further or leave the inventory up on the left and the right, and still you'll be able to play comfortably. Or if you want, you can remove everything so you can see a further view from left to right. This is also useful for first-person shooter games like Counter-Strike, Overwatch. You'll be able to see further from left to right. Now we want to look at the on-screen display. Okay, so these are the different settings for the on-screen display. So you have brightness, picture, PQ settings, smart mode, window settings, and of course settings. So under the brightness contrast, you have the brightness. So you'll be able to adjust your brightness. Okay, dynamic brightness, you can turn this on or off. The black level you can adjust. Contrast you can adjust, and the dynamic contrast ratio you can adjust. For now, I turned it off. Okay, so let's go back. For picture-in-picture, you can adjust the temperature. So let me show you. So you can adjust into different color scheme that you like. So for me, I use just a standard one. Okay, for this one, you have the hue. You can adjust the hue, the saturation, the gamma. Okay, and of course, you can adjust the aspect ratio to set it on auto, or 16:9, or full if you want to have the 21:9 aspect ratio. But 16:9, if you're playing PlayStation games, which I'll show you later on, you can actually make sure that it's not stretched out, so you will not be looking at a distorted picture. Okay, so let's go to the other settings. So these are the other settings: sharpness, response time. Now this one you can put into off, low, medium, or high. Okay, so if you want to overdrive the monitor, you can set it on high. And you can also set some image processing with noise reduction. And you can also adjust the motion response time to on or off. Okay, so smart mode, so you can adjust what kind of game that you're playing. Okay, so if you want to save on electricity, you put echo. Okay, you want to high refresh rate, set it to game. Or want to watch movies, set it to movies. Or if you're gaming at night, you want a low blue light. Okay, you can also do that. Okay, and RTS if you're playing RTS games. Now let's go back here. Now this is the window settings. Remember in my intro video, I showed you that you can have picture-in-picture. So this one right now, we are set at a single window with the source of the display port 1, which is my computer. Now if I want to switch to my PlayStation, which is currently running, I switch to HDMI 1. Still be running there. Okay, so as you notice, the audio automatically adjusts. Now to adjust the volume, you can go here to the settings here and adjust the volume accordingly. Okay, to turn it down. Okay, so the volume is separated. Unlike in your computer, you can adjust from your Windows PC. Here, in the volume, you have to adjust manually. Okay, so let me just go back to the Windows screen. Okay, let's go back to, you can even select audio source. So right now, HDMI is connected to the PlayStation. So all the audio is coming from the PlayStation. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to the Windows setting, and let me show you the picture in picture. Okay, so right now you can set the input for Windows 1. This is the Windows 1, Windows 2. So I can put into display port 1, which is my computer. Okay, see, this is my computer on the left side and playing PlayStation on the right side. Okay, so let me just change it. Now, if you don't want to have this kind of picture in picture, you can actually go to a picture in picture, wherein the one picture is smaller. Okay, so let's try it out. So here I have the whole monitor for my PC, and on the upper right I have the PlayStation running. Okay, so if you want to watch YouTube videos while playing on the right side PlayStation, it has different use case scenarios. Up to you. It's very flexible. Okay, so you can even set which inputs are in the input 1. So as mentioned, display port 1 is my computer, and you can also adjust the position. So say I want it to be in the top left corner, so the PlayStation is in the top left corner. Okay, or in the bottom right, so it's here in the bottom right. Okay, let's just go back to the single window. It should switch on its own, and we're back in my computer. Okay, so let's proceed to the other options in the OSD. So you can change the language. So out of the box, since this is from Xiaomi, it's a Chinese company, so they initially set it to Chinese. So, but it's easily to change the language. So you just go to the bottom settings here and language and change to English. Okay, so you don't have to find very hard. Okay, and of course the audio source currently I put into DisplayPort because that's my computer. All audio is from my computer, and I set the volume, and let me just bring it back to 50%. And this is the FreeSync. So currently I turn it off because my GPU has problems syncing with this FreeSync monitor. Okay, and of course here in information you can see it's 3440 by 1440 running at 144 Hertz, and the input source is DPI. And of course if you want to restore factory settings, you can do so, but I won't do that. Okay, so there you have it for the on-screen display. So there you have it, guys, a very short review of this Xiaomi Mi gaming monitor. I hope you found this video very useful, and I truly enjoyed using this monitor. It's a far cry from my old 1080p monitor. So if you got the chance to get this monitor at a good price, at a good discount, I would highly recommend getting one, and you'll never go 1080p regular 1920 by 1080p monitor anymore. Okay, so it enhances your productivity, it gives you an improvement and advantage in your gaming, and thirdly, it's cheap. Well, not cheap in the sense that it's low quality, but affordable and good bang for the buck. And in our channel, we've been promoting technologies that are good bang for the buck. So again, thank you very much for watching my video, and if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and like and subscribe down below. All the video or links, or at least all the product links, will be posted below. So if you want to buy it, you can support the channel by using those links. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. See you on the next video. Bye bye.